coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it! You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it! You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you. They're coming to get you, Barbara. They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Hello. I am live, at least I think. Am I coming through loud and clear? Yes, I am coming through loud and clear. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's see, who have I got with me so far here? Let's see, there's my buddy Keith, Captain Halloween, what's up? William Ramskill, hello. Paulo Balboa, what's up? Dustin Lewis. Alec Mokia, Ross Jordan, David Vines, Southpaw 82, Selmer Slasher, Dan Shine. What's up, Dan? How you doing, buddy? Hey, how was Cop Shop, by the way? Jurassic John. Hey, Nico, how's it going, man? Southpaw 82, Darren Hackney. What's up, Darren? Jim Smith. There's Dave Vanderhoff. What's up, Dave? Borderline 11, about to get some pizza. Sounds good. Josh 85, Kyle K, Richard Skarinki, David Suber K, Channel, J Dead. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday night so far. Having a good weekend, just overall. Cooper is watching with me. Hey, Cooper, how are you doing? Eddie Wind, how's it going, Eddie? Joey, what's up? Ryan O'Leary. There's Chris. Chris, how's it going, man? How are things in Germany? Justin Murad, what's up, Justin? Just stuffed yourself with some Papa John's. Nice, Jim. Did you have the Shakaroni, by the way, by any chance? Hey, Scott, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Putting the finishing touches on your mask. Just got to get it strapped up, and then she'll be ready to go. Brooklyn style pepperoni pizza, the chat, cold beverage, perfect. Oh, Nico, you've got your whole that sounds like a good night, man. Cop Shop surprised me quite a bit. I got more than the typical Gerard Butler flick. Oh, cool. Cool. I thought the trailer for that one looked a little, I don't know, but what's the guy's name who directed it? I can't think of his name offhand. I've liked just about all of his movies, so. Hey, Michael, how are you? McDonald's is better than pizza. I had some McDonald's tonight myself. Well, Jeremy wanted Sonic. And Jeremy's burnt me out on Sonic, man. I can't, gosh. I'm not a huge fan of Sonic's food anyway, but I mean, once in a while it's all right. But I mean, he's on a big time Sonic kick here lately. And so he got Sonic tonight, and I went through the drive-through at McDonald's. Joe Carnahan, yes, Joe Carnahan. That is correct. McDonald's and vodka. Don't think I've ever tried McDonald's and vodka. That doesn't sound like a good combination to me. McDonald's and vodka, but to each their own. What's up, Francis? Actually, Joey, I used to get a lot of my blanks from JDF Studios, but he's gone out of business. Or, well, I shouldn't say he closed up shop is what I should say. So he's not in the business anymore. So I've had to look for new suppliers for pretty much everything. And laundry's done. And everybody's like raising their prices. So I mean, I don't know if there's a shortage on plastic or what, but everybody's hiking up their prices. Jeremy's good. Jeremy's in bed. Hey, Tennessee Tammy. Thank you, Francis. Chainsaw Grim for the $2 super chat. More Sonic for Jeremy. He will definitely take it. He will definitely take it. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. It was a very nice day here in Kentucky, too. We've definitely hit a cool spell. It's definitely feeling like fall, and it's it's perfect weather. It's sunny, but it's cool. There's a nice breeze, and yeah, it's just it feels like fall. Of course, next week it'll probably be back up in like the 80s and 90s, but I mean, who knows? Sipping on some cider and need a fun, underrated seasonal horror flick. What would you suggest? Well, now that you mention it, Mr. Boone, I'm actually going to be putting together a list of horror movies to watch during the Halloween season. And I'm going to break it down into genres. And I'm going to go for more obscure stuff. It's not all going to be obscure, but, I mean, I'm sure you've all seen those lists where it's like, top 10 movies you should watch on Halloween night. Number 1, Halloween. Come on. You know what I mean? So kind of want to do something with like, some deep tracks. So I've already started with that list. I'm going to break it down. I've got documentaries. I've got faux documentaries. I've got giallos. I've got slashers. I've got zombie movies. I've got vampires. I've got sleaze. So that'll be and I'm going to do a live stream for that one too. So that one will be coming up very soon. Also did an unboxing just before I started streaming. I unboxed I sent my Trick or Treat Studios Halloween Kills mask off to be rehauled, and Trevor, the gentleman who did the rehaul, did a really good job. So that'll be a cool unboxing. Also, I don't know why I'm either off my nut completely, or I'm just really feeling the Halloween season this year. But I purchased a bunch of Michael Myers masks from dodgy places. And I'm going to see if the mask that I unbox in any way resembles the item that was listed? And I'm going to bet that that answer is no. But that's going to be, I'm going to do at least 2 unboxing videos dedicated to bad Michael Myers masks in October. So, Piz, will you be doing a Black Friday Vinegar Syndrome sales stream this year? I don't know, maybe. Maybe. Very warm in the UK. Yeah, Jeff, I was actually in my local Spirit Halloween the other day, and they had the ghost face knife. What do you guys think of the Vinegar Syndrome reveals from the other night? Creature and Dario Argento's Trauma. Which I was sure that when they mentioned, I forget how they put it exactly, but they were like, it's a master of horror, that they described it as like a deep track or an obscurity from one of the masters of horror. And I thought Romero's Bruiser, it's got to be Bruiser, right? Or Tobe Hooper's The Toolbox Murders. I would have never guessed Trauma. And I actually went back and rewatched Trauma for the first time in God knows how long last year, and I'd completely forgotten that it existed. So, but when I revisited Trauma, I definitely had the most fun with it that I've ever had. So I may pick that one up when they offer it just by itself. I'm sure it'll have some nice extras. But yeah, Argento's Trauma. I would have never picked Argento's Trauma. I thought for sure it would be Bruiser. And if not Bruiser, Hooper's Toolbox Murders. All DVD releases of Creature have been VHS quality, so it's definitely going to be a huge upgrade. I remember renting Creature a million years ago. I don't remember a thing about it though. I don't remember liking it. And that's kind of why I never returned to it. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll revisit it, via Vinegar Syndrome. I don't know. Hey, there's Mike the Horror Geek. How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good Saturday. Censor, that's getting Vinegar Syndrome released too. I liked that movie for the most part. Toward the end, I didn't. It kind of, but the first 2/3 of that movie, I was really digging. Never watched Squid Games. Never heard of Squid Games, actually. I pre-ordered my Alone in the Dark from Amazon, and there was some sort of issue with it through Amazon, and it didn't get released, or I didn't get it on the day that it was released, but it's on its way. So I'm actually really looking forward more to the Killer Party Blu-ray from Scream Factory than I am Alone in the Dark. But I want both, definitely. Any animatronics? No animatronics in the cave. Jaxius, how's it going, man? Strangeland BLS, how are you? Is the movie Invisible Man, and you mean the more recent Invisible Man? I liked it for the most part. I did a review of it back when it first came out. Check out that review. But I remember liking it for the most part. Is this Midnight Mass Netflix series based on the F. Paul Wilson book, or is this something completely different? Hey Ryan, how are you? Spooky Collections, how's it going? The worst VHS print back in the 80s was Madman. I actually didn't see that movie until it first came out on DVD from Anchor Bay. My video store, which I've talked about on this channel a million times, had the best horror section, but there were two titles that he didn't have in his horror section. The guy who ran it was like a huge horror buff, but there were two titles he did not have. One was The Burning and the other was Madman. Watching Pelts. Yeah, how is Pelts? I've never seen Pelts before. Will me and Jeremy do a watch along for Dream Warriors? I don't know, maybe. I don't know if we'll do one before Halloween, because we're gonna do the Howling next Friday. And he wants to do Graveyard Shift at some point. And I was thinking about maybe doing another Halloween movie sometime in October. I think we did all the Halloween movies last year, but I think we made it to 5, or did we do 6? I think according to Jeremy we did 6, but I don't remember. So he says that the next one we need to do is H2O, which not the biggest H2O fan, but you know, it's October, so. Movie in a flannel shirt. How are you doing? Hey, Jose, how are you? Do I like Terrifier? I thought it was okay. I thought Terrifier was okay. Oh yeah, Jeremy wants to do Pet Cemetery 2 also. He also wants to do Chainsaw 3, which I mean, I don't know if we'll be able to do all of those, but hey JS, how are you? Yeah, I really liked Haunt. Yeah. I really liked Haunt. I reviewed it a couple of years ago, but I really enjoyed Haunt. Hey, David Tor, what's up, man? How are you? Would you ever be interested in writing and directing an indie horror of your own? I don't know, man. That sounds like a lot of work. That sounds like a heck of a lot of work. Hey, little Liam, how are you doing? Do I think the Halloween 4Ks will be worth getting over the Blu-rays? I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure I'll eventually get them all. Um, but I've held off. I know that 2 through 5 recently they came down from like 20. No, they're down to like 25 now. But the first Halloween, yeah. Halloween is still at $27.99, and Halloween 2, 3, 4, and 5 all came down to 25. That's odd. The Halloween 4K from um, the Anchor Bay one that came out, was it last year or the year before? That 4K used to be cheaper. Now it's like $22 on Amazon. That's strange. Well, I guess not, since it is almost Halloween, that they'd hike up the price on that a little bit, I guess. But hey, Pantheria, how are you? Any cool guests coming soon? I'm working on it. I'm working on it. We shall see. Oh, that's right, Dave. Yeah, I saw that Jamie Blanks had posted that on Twitter today. That Urban Legends had a birthday today. Released on this day in 1998. How many people here? What were you all doing in 1998? Or if you weren't born yet in 98, let me know. By the way, if you've not dropped a like on this stream, please do so. I would appreciate that. Lauren is Dr. Loomis. Lauren, yeah, Lauren could do that. Lauren is Dr. Loomis. Let's see. Let's see. Let's cast the rest of Region Free in this thing. So Lauren is Dr. Loomis. Let's see. Who could be Jamie, Danielle Harris's character? We'll make Sam Jamie. Let's see. Monty can be like Monty is a cop who's on Michael's tail. He's Monty will play like a U.S. Marshal who's there to help Loomis hunt down Michael. Hey, Dave, what's up? I was about to turn 26 on this day in 98 and was moving to California. I was 17 in high school. I was 3 years old in 88. I play bass a little bit, spaghetti Western. Yeah. Nothing on a professional level. I just like to noodle around on it here and there. I play probably daily, just kind of, like I said, noodling, and my fingers can attest to that. Those bass strings really chew your fingers up. You were 7 in 98, Rock Music Forever. '19 in 98. Okay. Hey, Sting of the Scorpion, what's up? How are you doing? I was 19 in 98. I remember seeing H2O in the theater a couple of times. Oh, cool. H2O. Stone Gassman is Reverend Jackson. Yes. 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 I want to be Bucky. No, I want to be Bucky's best friend who's out for vengeance. That sounds good to me. B-Movie Mike could play Michael Myers. Think you'd be a good Michael Myers? Jurassic John was 3 in 98. Man. Jeremy is my brother, Dennis. Yes. 12 in 98. 14 in 98. Man, y'all are young. Y'all a bunch of kids. On this date, 98, I just given notice at my bookstore job and was getting ready to start my current gig that I'll be retiring from in the spring. Ah, that's very cool, Nico. Very cool. A coworker of mine announced that she is retiring soon. And I was just like, God, you're so lucky. It's like, oh, I hate you. Yeah. Mike and I are feeling old here. 23 and 98, 24 and 98. Okay, so we've got some 30 and 98. We've got okay. Got a good combination of youngsters and young and old. But really, do you really hate her? I no, I mean I envy her. I envy her because she can retire and do whatever she wants with the rest of her life. So, geez. Oh, I was going to show you guys something. So, I keep talking about wanting to do this video where I show off my collection of retro Freddy Krueger stuff. I just never get around to doing it. And of course, I'm always adding stuff to the collection because I'll stumble upon it on like eBay, or I'll find something that I had no idea that was even made. And then I'll have to go see if I can find it on eBay. So that was the case with this thing. A Freddy yo-yo from 1989. Freddy had a yo-yo. Freddy is on a yo-yo. So I had to pick this up to add it to my retro Freddy toy collection. A yo-yo. Freddy had a yo-yo, for God's sake. And it must have been the only horror yo-yo they had, because they had some other yo-yos, Batman and Ghostbusters and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Gumby, Double Dare, Mario. A Freddy yo-yo. It's so odd that Freddy had so many toys like this in the 80s. Kids' toys, considering that Freddy was not nice to kids. So I don't know. I couldn't pass it up. There's Freddy gum. There was like Freddy Krueger gum back in the 80s. And I I've scoured eBay to see if I could find some of it. Like I would love like fresh. I'm not fresh, but I mean like still in the thing here. Let me show you what it looks like here. Does anybody remember Freddy gum, chewing gum from back in the day? And it was made by the Topps company. So, yeah, Freddy Krueger gum. I would love to find one of these tubes like unopened. That'd be so cool. I don't think I'd try the gum though, but I'd love to find one of these tubes like unopened. I mean, this is just the sell sheet. Let's see, maybe I've seen these. The wax paper ones. I don't want those. I don't want the wax paper ones. I want the ones in the tubes. And there's just nothing. Oh, there's another Freddy Yo-Yo. And I did not pay $70 for that. Trust me. What is that? Foam filled Freddy head. Got one of those. Got one of these. Freddy Squish'em. I got a Freddy Squish'em. I'll stop. All right. I'll keep the rest of them a surprise. It probably tastes like burnt flesh. It probably Hey Jamie, how are you doing? S Rose, what's up? My favorite gum back in the day was Big League Chew. I loved Big League Chew. Oh, loved Big League Chew. I'd get the whole like thing in my mouth, and just be like, like I was some kind of professional ball player, like the whole big. I mean, those pouches had a ton of gum in them. And they were shredded up to look like tobacco. Do they even still make Big League Chew like that? I figure they would have because I mean, it was shredded up to look like tobacco, like you were. I can't imagine that still being a thing today. But yeah, great tasting gum. The short video where Jeremy Krueger scares the cat is great. Doesn't really scare. The Hemingway just kind of looks at him and then just looks away. So he wasn't having any of it. Oh, Dan, you had the gum? Do you remember it being good? Hey, Jason. College football, Elvira, and a live Joe Bob interview. Really? Jeez. I knew about the Elvira thing going on tonight. Have you ever showed your favorite non-movie related horror novels? No, I have not. I was thinking though that maybe we could read a little from Jaws the Revenge here later, if anybody's interested. I've got a couple of parts here bookmarked that are from the shark's perspective, including the banana boat scene. So I thought maybe we could read some Jaws the Revenge novelization, the parts from the shark's perspective, because that's good stuff. They still make Big League Chew in the pouch, so I guess it's still shredded. Now I want some Big League Chew. I need to run to find Need to run to convenience store and get some Big League Chew. Bub's Daddy Bubblegum in Kentucky. I've never heard of it. You bought some packs of alien cards from 1979 in 2006 and decided to try the gum. Big mistake. That I can only imagine. That probably was it like the baseball card gum where it was like the little sheet that like you bit into it and it like shattered into shards of sharp bubble gum in your mouth and like cut up the inside of your mouth. I remember that gum tasting good, but I mean, like if it would cut you up. It was like glass. It was like fiberglass or something. It's crazy. Piers, let's do a shot. Okay, let's do a shot. Why not? Let's see. What have I got here? I've got some Stolé fresh out of the freezer. And I've got some Dr. McGillicuddy root beer fresh out the freezer. And I put the mentholated Dr. McGillicuddy in the freezer so it could get nice and chilled. So let's do a shot of let's do a shot of some Dr. McGillicuddy root beer here. All right, there we go. Cheers. Good stuff. That is good stuff. The book has a subplot where there's a voodoo guy bringing the shark to the Bahamas and whatnot. Yes. Papa Jacques. Yeah, Papa Jacques puts a voodoo curse on the Brodies. And the shark comes to the Bahamas to kill him. But the shark, there's a part in the book too where from the shark's perspective, I tried to find it, where the shark doesn't understand why it's doing all these things. Like the shark is conscious of the fact that it is operating, but not under its own control. Why they cut that out of the movie? No clue. They should have left that in. They really should have left that in. I remember Striped Scum. Yes, I do. Jamie's got some red wine, enjoying some red wine with us. Nice. Top 5 non-horror movies. Oh, God. Just off the top of my head, True Romance, Heat, Jeez. I have to think about it for a while. But True Romance and Heat, right up there. I watch so much horror that I very seldom have time for anything else. Jamie's mentioned Dollar Tree. Let's take a let's get an update on the Dollar Tree horror movie challenge really quick. Let's check out the polls. Let's see how many days are left. I think there's only 5 days left to vote. Is that right? Only 5 days left to vote on the Dollar Tree horror movie challenge. So let's see where we're at so far. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. All right. The Dollar Tree Horror Movie Challenge. All right, here we go. Here's the poll on my Patreon. Still in first place, we've got House Shark with 30%. Kukui the Boogeyman has definitely jumped. It has jumped. And now we've got a 3-way tie for third place between Krampus the Reckoning, Zombie Night, and The Trees Have Eyes. That's on the Patreon poll. The poll for hold on, I've got to change screens here. So House Shark, I knew House Shark would be I knew House Shark would be number one. Here is the poll for channel members. And in a demanding lead is House Shark, with Krampus the Reckoning in second place. No votes for Kukui the Boogeyman from my channel members. Interesting. And The Trees Have Eyes have at least one vote. Has at least one vote. So House Shark, looks like House Shark is definitely going to be one of the bad Dollar Tree movies that I review next month. Krampus the Reckoning looks like it's going to be on that list too. And now, I mean, it's either going to be Kukui the Boogeyman or The Trees Have Eyes. So The Trees Have Eyes that have at least one vote on the channel member poll, and it's got at least a couple of votes on the Patreon poll. So Krampus the Reckoning is the worst film in that bundle. Well, it looks like a really good possibility that I'm going to be reviewing Krampus the Reckoning. So if you're a patron or a channel member and you've not voted, please do so. Hey, Jason Brattenbach, what's up? I've been revisiting I am getting the Arrow Legend release, Believe in the Hype. I've been revisiting the Hitcher TV anthology. Just watched the one with Bill Paxton. Great episode. Have you seen any of them? Yeah, I remember watching those on TV many, many years ago. I loved that opening, the song that plays at the opening with the hitchhiker walking around through the desert and stuff. Great, great stuff. I don't remember any episodes necessarily, but I remember the opening and that song, and yeah. If you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I would appreciate that. Raiders of the Lost Shark. Oh my God. Luckily, my local Dollar Tree did not have Raiders of the Lost Shark, or I'm sure that one would have received a lot of votes too. So if that shark doesn't pop out of the toilet and bite somebody's ass while they're taking it, I'm going to be disappointed. I'll be disappointed too. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some false advertising on the part of House Shark, but if they show you the image of the shark's fin coming out of a toilet, a bloody toilet, that better be in the movie, is all I'm saying. That better be in the movie. Not a fan of the Hatchet movies, Summer Slasher. Not a fan. The Lost Boys is getting remade. I heard about that. Oh, geez. Oh, God. I don't, whatever. whatever, I'm surprised it's taken this long, to be honest. But oh God. Oh, you're doing the graveyard shift tonight, Jason. Ugh. Favorite flavor of Ben and Jerry's? I've not been to a Ben and Jerry's in a long time, so I don't know. Status on another interview with Miguel Nunez. If he wants to do it, then we'll do it. Put it that way. Your Dollar Tree has Halloween 2 and 3 combos? I definitely did not see that at my Dollar Tree. All I saw was what looked like really, really bad movies. Hey, Zombie, what's up, man? How are you doing? Oh, the I Know What You Did Last Summer series. Yeah, I heard about that. I didn't again, whatever. Not something I'll be watching, but I'd rather have a Lost Boys remake than a full-blown show like originally planned. Oh, really? They were going to do like a TV series, really? I hadn't heard that. What's up, Toronto Freddy? I'd like to just erase the knowledge of the Lost Boys remake from my memory. Actually, I think Dr. McGillicuddy's might be. I think the doctor may be able to erase that memory. Let's see. The doctor's helping. It's good doctor. The good doctor. CW had it planned. Of course CW had it planned. Of course. How you doing tonight, Garrett? Rest in Pieces. Have I seen Rest in Pieces? It sounds familiar. Let's see. I don't know if I've seen it or not. I see Vinegar Syndrome released it. Nico, are you getting the are you going to be getting the Trauma and Creature or Flesh for Frankenstein, any of their newer releases, their newly announced releases, I should say? The Chucky series. No, yeah. What's up with the Chucky series? When's that dropping? That should be coming out sometime in October, right? Hey, there's Sam. Sheeby Jeebies. How are you doing tonight? We were casting the next Halloween film from the region free cast. and we're going to make you Jamie, Sam. So you're welcome. October 12th. The trailer looked good for the TV series. So we'll see. You're definitely getting Trauma, Nico. It was filmed in your hometown. Oh, cool. The first time I saw Trauma, I was just like, what is with this reggae music? And like, isn't that his daughter? That's like, why is he having his daughter get naked in this movie? That's weird. So, I've liked the Shutter Creep Show series. I've liked it a lot. You saw Jaws the Revenge in the theater back in 87. Nice. I would have loved to have seen that in the theater. Spooky Weird Girl is not a stretch. Thank you for respecting my acting abilities. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. What was Dan going to be? Dan, did we pick anything out? Dan can be the Man in Black, because we're bringing in the whole thing. We're combining the whole family tree is coming together on this new Halloween film. Larry Strode. Okay. Larry Strode. I watched some of that video, Joe. I watched some of that one. Hey, Tori, how are you doing? Trauma's flaw is that it's too American for an Argento film. I understand why he did. Like the ending of that movie is really weird too. You've got the girl dancing to the reggae music, but that was Argento's other daughter that ended up passing away, I do believe. Oh, is the Clockwork Orange 4K out already? The Region Free group should totally do a script reading for Halloween on Halloween. Huh. Now that's an idea. That is an idea. We were thinking about doing, we were planning on doing a live commentary sometime during October. But a script read, I like that idea. I like it. The Steelbook sold out already. I like Trauma. It's definitely lower tier Argento, but I think it's a solid film. Yeah, when I revisited it like a year or so ago, I was like, this isn't bad. It wasn't as bad as I remembered it being. But yeah, it's lower tier Argento. Have you got your repainted Halloween Kills mask yet? Yes. I actually did the unboxing for it. I filmed the unboxing just before I started the stream. So maybe I'll let me move Scott's hockey mask that I just finished. I'll give you guys a teaser of the new mask. Just a flash. Just a flash. That's it. That's all you get. That's all you get. I lied. That's all. That's all you're getting. I lied again. You never know what's going to happen here. I'm too spontaneous. But that's it. Seriously. All right. You'll have to wait for the video, the full video. Will Scream 2022 come out in February? Are you excited for it and its two sequels, Scream Kills and Scream Ends? Yes. I don't know if I'm excited. It depends how they do it. If it's just a straightforward slasher, and they try to go meta with it, like, you know, I don't want that. I don't want another Scream movie like that. I want them to do a Scream, a Scream killer is stalking the cast of Scream. Somebody has taken their love of scary movies literally a step too far, or someone has taken their love of Scream movies a step too far, and they're stalking and killing the cast of Scream. That's what I want to see. But I don't know. We'll see. I'll end up watching it either way, but I'll be excited for it if they do it that way. Because I think that would be interesting. Verisimilitude, I did not say that I can't wait for the Chucky TV series. You're putting words in my mouth, and that is not accepted here. Mods, time him out for 3 years. I'm joking, but no, I did not say I can't wait for the Chucky TV series. Those words did not leave my mouth. What's up, Phil? How you doing, man? Hope you are well. Hey to Jeremy from Phil's Creepy Videos. What you been up to, Phil? All right, Darren, take care. Have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. Moser and Bach, how you doing? That's all I could muster for the Halloween mask teaser. That's exactly right, Joe. Exactly right. I'm being Michael Myers for Halloween. I don't know if I should get the Halloween Kills or the Halloween 78 mask. It depends on how big your head is, Tori. If you've got a big head, get the 78 mask, because the 78 mask is big. It fits my gargantuan melon perfectly. If you've got a smaller head, get the Kills or pretty much any other Tots mask. The Part 2 mask is pretty big too, as I recall. Don't have the glow-in-the-dark silver shamrock masks yet. Nope. January dumping grounds worry me too. Yeah. Anything that gets released in like January or February, usually that's not a great time. I don't know, Sam Kerr. They talked about doing a Trick or Treat sequel for a while, but I guess it never happened. I'm glad that it didn't happen, really. Trick or Treat doesn't need a sequel. You know, just let that one be that one. Leave it alone. January 14th, 2022 is when Scream 2022 is scheduled to come out. Let's see if is there any the new installment of the Scream horror franchise will follow a woman returning to her hometown to try to find out who has been committing a series of vicious crimes. Okay. But you've got Nev Campbell in it as Sidney Prescott, Courtney Cox as Gail Weathers, David Arquette as Dewey. You've got Marley Shelton back. Okay. I mean, it's the same directors who did Ready or Not, and I really liked Ready or Not. So I mean, we'll see. We'll see. And I mean, honestly, why not? I mean, why release the new Scream in January? Why not wait until, well, I guess because Halloween Kills is going to come out in the fall of 2022. But I mean, they could release it in late September or something. I don't know. January is just not. Yeah, that just doesn't bode well. After the first Scream, I'm just not. There's parts of Scream 2 that I like. I don't remember liking really anything from part 3, to be honest. And part 4 I remember thinking was just bad. So, and I really have no interest in revisiting those movies. The thing that kills me about Scream 2 is the back-to-back like half-hour long killer monologues at the end of that thing. Good God, what were they thinking? I mean, one killer monologue, that's fine, but two extended, drawn out, super talky killer monologues? Jeez, oh Pete. Good God. Oh. Oh. Well, we got the new Grudge in January 2020. Yes, we did get. That's when they dropped and we all know that was a masterpiece. I think they dropped the Slender Man in January too. So those movies were masterpieces. I want to get both, but my mom is going to be like, you don't need 2 masks. It's too much money. You got to make difficult choices in life, Tori. You know. No Elvira's 40th special for me tonight, Johnny. I can go back and rewatch it if I want to. No, Event Horizon doesn't. Well, Event Horizon kind of got a sequel, or like, well, what's that movie? What's that movie? Oh, geez. It's got Dennis Quaid in it. It's kind of a. They say it takes place in the same universe as Event Horizon. What was that called? Oh God, it's got Ben Foster in it too. I own it, but I've just never watched it. Pandorum. Yes, thank you, Sam. Yes. I own it. I've intended to watch it, but I just haven't gotten around to watching it. So, but I've heard it's good. Whenever I think of Pandorum, I think of that Ren and Stimpy episode, Space Madness. Enemy Mine. Yeah, gosh, it's been forever since I've seen Enemy Mine. Good God. That one, yeah, geez. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. January has served Liam Neeson well. Yeah. So, are there any other movies, any other horror movies coming out for the rest of this year that you guys are excited about other than Halloween Kills? Because I know there's others, but everybody's talking about Kills. Enemy Mine is great. Yeah, I mean, I remember it being good. It's just been a long time. Oh, Venom. Yeah. Well, yeah, okay. Venom, okay. Oh, is that Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie supposed to come out sometime this year? The one that's now going to Netflix? Let's see. Let's look it up here. It just says release 2021. So I don't know. That may get pushed back since it got sold to Netflix. Let's see. Doesn't say anything about an exact date. I don't know. Oh, Lamb. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Lamb too. Yes, Lamb. Dune is coming out sometime in October too, right? So I'm looking forward to that. We're getting a Black Friday movie, a movie about a killer killing people on Black Friday. Because I would watch that. By the way, somebody earlier asked me for a movie recommendation. Watch The Last Matinee. Really good old school slasher movie. Light on plot, heavy on body count, blood, just good old fashioned slasher movie. Really enjoyed it. You've got to read subtitles, but there's not a whole lot of dialogue. So, hey, what's up, Christian? How you doing, man? Spirit Halloween is still slim and bare around me. Very, very upsetting. Since I went to the flagship store in New Jersey, all of the stores that I've been to since, well, I've only been to one since, but I've not really wanted to go to any other Spirit Halloweens because, I mean, the flagship store was like, Spirit Halloween Central. I am going to do at least one more Spirit Halloween. Well, at least a couple of more Spirit Halloween videos with Jeremy. All right, I've got to look up this Black Friday movie. I've never heard of it. Black Friday movie. All right. Black Friday movie 2021. Bruce Campbell, Devin Sawa. Let's see. What's this puppy about? A group of toy store employees must protect each other from a horde of parasite-infected shoppers. All right. That might be cool. When's is this coming out? Yeah. Thanksgiving 2021. Nice. Cool. All right. That's on the list. Oh, it's got Michael Jai White in it too. Okay. Cool. I'm up for that. Update on the next trivia video. We're going to do one soon. I promise. Yeah, Spirit Halloween's gone all killer clowns from outer space this year. And they've actually got some pretty cool killer clowns stuff. I've bought all the horror mugs. I was about to get two other horror mugs from Spirit Halloween, and then I was like, I've got too many freaking mugs already. So I mean, I've got like 1, 2, 3. I've got 5 mugs on my desk right now already, with like pins and crap in them. So I would have gone with the Black Friday movie taking place during an overnight stalking shift Thanksgiving night. Have the killer be the grown-up child of a pregnant employee trampled to death years before. I like that idea. That's a good idea. You should write that script, Sam. You really should. If you would be asked by Scream Factory to do a commentary track for a new release, what movie that has not yet been released by Scream Factory would it be? Or 4K that has not been re-released yet? Good question. Either Fright Night 2 or Psycho Cop. Someone working in Hollywood that's watching the stream is going to steal that idea. I need some more doctor. I need the doctor. Somebody call the doctor. Is there a doctor in the house? Oh, it's good stuff. Fictional release. Arrow releases a beautiful deluxe box set of Land, Diary, and Survival of the Dead for $14.99. Are you in? For $15, yeah. I'd buy it and add it to the collection. Yeah. Creepshow season 3 apparently has the ball from Phantasm killing someone in an episode. Okay. That sounds cool. So we've had a new vote on someone else has just voted on the Dollar Tree Horror Movie Challenge over on Patreon. And it looks like that vote was for the Trees Have Eyes. So right now, the Trees Have Eyes. Well, let's see if anything's. Yep, the Trees Have Eyes would be in third place right now. Because it's got one vote on the channel member poll, and it has got, yeah, it's. So I may not have to suffer through Krampus, The Reckoning. House Shark has got 29%. It's in the lead. House Shark is a done deal. I'll be reviewing that one. Kukui the Boogeyman and the Trees Have Eyes. Actually, not. If you combine both the polls, I think Krampus, The Reckoning, and the Trees Have Eyes are tied. So, Retro Cack. Which one? Which was your vote? The Trees Have Eyes. Piz, what you think about Lord of Illusions? I was not into it except for the cult member wearing the Clibben cat. Oh yeah, that dude. That dude's stylish, man. What was his name? He had like the one. He had like the milky eye, or like the one eye that was it was like white. He could dress though. He had like those skin tights, like leather. They were like yellow leather pants or something. He was stylish. I like Lord of Illusions. I do like Lord of Illusions. I've always liked that flick. Anybody getting the Phantasm 1 and 2 Blu-ray? You mean the Phantasm 2 4K? I might. I don't know. I do like Phantasm 2. I guess it depends on how much it's going to be. Don't have the folk horror set by Severin on pre-order. I've not ordered anything from Severin Films in a long. Well, that's actually not true. I bought Patrick Still Lives recently, so I'm looking forward to watching that one. All right, so that new vote was yours, Gibbs. Okay, good. Okay. Gibbs, I'm getting very, very upset with you about, your absences from Region Free. Very upset with you. I bought Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker based off your recommendation. All I can say is wow. That's a good summation of Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker. Yes. Wow. If I ever reviewed Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker, that would be the video. That would be it. I'd just be like, wow. That'd be it. Butterfield. Oh, who had the cat shirt? The Clibben cat shirt. What? Oh, okay. Butterfield. Butterfield's the guy who I was thinking about who was so stylish. Who's the guy wearing the cat shirt? I don't remember a guy wearing a cat shirt. Butterfield did have the greatest wardrobe. There's no doubt about that. There's a new, yes, there is Total Meltdown. There's a new Phantasm 1 and 2 double feature coming out from what's that company? Well Go USA. But I think they're both 4Ks. And this is the first time Phantasm 2 has been on 4K. So I voted for The Trees Have Eyes because I want to see Tony Moran's stellar performance. Oh, you know it will be stellar. I love Dr. Giggles, Gabriella. Dr. Giggles needs a Blu-ray. Why that movie has not gotten a Blu-ray, I have no idea, but it needs a Blu-ray. Desperately. Patrick Still Lives is a sleazy good time. Nice. That's exactly what I want. It's a sleazy good time. Harry Angel over Harry D'Amour. Ooh. I don't know about that one. Although I do love Mickey Rourke. So, I mean, I guess I'd have to be okay. I guess I'd have to agree with you. I mean, it is Mickey Rourke. The cat shirt was a rando. I seem to remember a cat shirt in Lord of Illusions, but I don't. Yeah, it must have been a rando. Yeah, I do love that line in Lord of Illusions, where the big bad goes, "I was born to murder the world," and then he tells Swan, he's like, well, he's like, his deal with Swan is, I'll give you all this power, we'll destroy the world, and it'll just be you and I in oblivion together, and then I'll kill you. So the guy's plan is to kill the world, everybody, and to just be alone in oblivion. Hey, Brian Trash, how you doing, man? Oh, that's right. I forgot about that Blu-ray. Dr. Giggles needs a new Blu-ray, a good Blu-ray. Dr. Giggles needs a special edition Blu-ray just on its own. What sucks is Larry Drake is no longer here to do like a commentary or something. Hey, Campfire Stories. No, not really interested in Elvira's 40th anniversary special. I'll watch it once it's archived, maybe. All right, Zombie, take care, man. Thanks for hanging out. I know, Chris, you guys over in Germany get a lot of those great what's that company's name? I can't think of it, but they do a lot of those great media book releases. Yeah, y'all get some good releases over there. Nix. Yes, that's the guy's name. That's the bad guy's name. Yes. Nick spends the whole movie nagging, Swan into spending eternity with him. Yeah. I mean, what is Swan thinking? Like, okay, so I can go home to Famke Janssen, or I can spend eternity with this creep. decisions, you know? Is that Demons 1-2 4K still $80? No, it's probably more because the 4K of that is out of print now. But Synapse is going to be releasing them both on 4K soon. Thoughts on Adrienne Barbeau and Escape from New York? I love Adrienne Barbeau and everything. Do you think horror movies help stress levels? I think, yeah. Yes. I think horror movies help us face our deepest seated fears in the safety of our homes, and we get to work through them. And You got the Clockwork Orange 4K and Alone in the Dark today. My Alone in the Dark should be here, I think, Monday. All right, Tori, take care. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for subbing. I appreciate that. The Synapse, if you purchase it directly from Diabolic DVD, it's not 80. I think it's like 50 on Diabolic. Thoughts on the upcoming Predator 5? I don't have really any thoughts. I'm really kind of checked out on the Predator series. There should have been Predator, and there should have been Predator 2, and then they should have done Alien versus Predator in like 92. Hard R, of course, directed by who would have been good to direct Alien versus Predator in 92 that would have really done that movie justice. Well, wait a minute. When didn't Predator 2 come out in 92? It came out in 90. So yeah, 92 would have been a good time for Alien versus Predator. See, I was thinking Rennie Harlan 2, Sting of the Scorpion. I was thinking Rennie Harlan 2. Let's see, who else would have been good for that? Someone competent? John Woo. Ooh, John Woo. That's an interesting choice, Borderline 11. David Cronenberg, AVP. That's interesting. A body horror, AVP. Tony Scott. Yes, I like that idea. Tony Scott. Yeah. I like that idea. Yeah. Like the John Woo version of Alien versus Predator, there'd be lots of doves and lots of slow motion. And the Predator would have like dual cannons. Because, John Woo loves like the guy shooting two guns at the same time in slow motion. So it'd be like Predator with dual cannons, like jumping through the air with like doves flying around him and him blasting the double plasma cannons. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Favorite John Carpenter flick? Gosh, I mean, I like pretty much all of his movies, really. I mean, I guess it'd be The Thing, but I don't watch The Thing as much as like I watch, like some of his other films. Uh, 12-Hour Shift. I've never seen that movie. It tipped me into a depression spiral, but you needed that rock bottom. Is it because it's a depressing movie or because it's so bad it's depressing? John McTiernan, yes. That would have been a good idea. Strangeland. Yeah, John McTiernan would have been a good pick. Mm-hmm. You ordered 2 of the Alone in the Dark bundles from Scream Factory, Dave? Yeah, The Fog. Yeah, The Fog is really good. I mean, yeah. The Fog kind of gets lost in the shuffle since it was between Halloween and The Thing. But The Fog's great. What's the deal with Val Kilmer in True Romance? I don't think you ever see his face. No, you never see his face. No, or you only see it kind of, obstructed. But he's Clarence's mental mentor. He's Elvis. I think that's brilliant. 12-Hour Shift is a great dark comedy with horror elements. I'm assuming you meant a literal 12-hour shift, Sam. 12 Hours, more like a dark comedy. Think Nurse Jackie with a kidney heist, put out by WWE Studios. Holy crap. Yeah. If you could have been an extra in Dawn of the Dead as a zombie, a beachgoer in Jaws, a trick-or-treater in Halloween, or in the crowd for the sax concert in The Lost Boys, what's your pick? Oh, man. Probably in the crowd for the sax concert, really. Yeah. Yeah. Because that was a party. That was a party. But being a zombie extra in Dawn of the Dead, or really any Romero film, would have been really cool, I think. The depression spirals more from the ennui underneath the story. Brad Pitt was amazing in True Romance. Yeah. Yeah. All the mob guys come. He's like, do you guys want to smoke a bowl or something? He's got like his bong is made out of like a honey, like a bear honey jar thing. Great stuff. I have seen Wonderland. Yeah, with Val Kilmer. Yeah, good movie. Concert goer. Tatanka playing the sax is on my bucket list. You could probably, I'm sure Tatanka is on the convention scene. And if you paid him enough, I'm sure he would pour baby oil all over himself and at least pretend to play the sax. So. Let's read some Jaws. Let's read a little bit of Jaws, The Revenge. This is the banana boat scene. Here we go. The banana boat scene in novelization form from the brilliant Jaws, The Revenge. Here we go. The great white shark was excited. The reggae music thumped above, magnified by the steel hull of the municipal barge. The rhythm struck a chord in his brain. It seemed to match the heartbeat of an albacore being pursued. The snarl of the outboard engine towing the banana boat infuriated him. Dimly, he associated it with the growl of the diesel on Neptune's Folly and the harpoon point working its way deeper and deeper into his flesh. He would have gone for the towboat had it not been for the high-pitched voices he heard laughing and screaming above. He diverted his course and made a pass below the banana boat. From below, it looked like a swimming centipede. 10 legs dangled, tugging myriad bubbles as they moved swiftly through the water. He banked like a cruising airliner, circling his prey. When he attacked, he came at the banana boat from the rear. Margaret DeLacy, with a hand on Thea's leg, glanced ashore. Everyone was lining the beach, waving. She could not remember such enthusiasm in prior years. but every year the parade grew more elaborate. They were probably cheering the TV queen from Nassau, who was popular in these outlying islands, which felt themselves to be cut off. Suddenly, the banana boat hit the wake of the big Egg Harbor cruiser ahead. She could hear Thea squealing as they hobby horsed through the waves. She turned to see that the child was hanging on. Behind Thea, she saw a fin. From her low vantage point, it looked like the Rock of Gibraltar, awash in a streaming tide. It was rushing up their wake. Instinctively, she turned her body, yanked Thea from her place, and body slammed her athwartship, whatever that is, between her daughter and herself. Her last thought, as she braced to take the impact, was that she'd sprained her back. For an instant, she was in shadow as the great white's jaws sprung open. Then she and the last 5 feet of the rubber boat were crushed into a jumble of flesh and neoprene rubber as the swords of glittering ivory met and pressed. Just a snippet from the novelization of Jaws 4. Thank you, Chris, for the €3 super chat. I'll check it out now. Good night, all, and Piz. Thanks, Chris. Take care, man. Have a good night. I'll need a reading of LL Cool J's Deepest Bluest next. Was there a novelization of Deep Blue Sea? Hold on, and I will check. Deep Blue Sea novelization. There's a novelization for Deep Blue Sea. I'm going to nope. So, if there was one, it's not on eBay. And everything is on eBay. I do vaguely remember the LL Cool J song. It is it's a banger, that's for sure. Jaws is a reggae music lover. I know, who would have thunk it, you know? Who would have thunk it? Rasta Shark, yes. I've heard I've heard about a Jaws remake for years. I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. Read it ASMR style. Let's see. Let's find something here. Here's John. Here is. Why did I bookmark this section? For some reason, I bookmarked this section of Friday the 13th, Part 3. And I was thinking that this was the flashback. Oh, this is the flashback. Okay, so this is the flashback scene where Jason attacks Chris. So I'll read this one ASMR style. So this is the Michael Avalon Friday the 13th Part 3 novelization. This is the scene where Chris is telling Derek about when she was attacked by Jason. Let me wet the palate. All right. ASMR style. Here we go. I'm just going to start this in the middle. Okay. So Derek and Chris they're hanging out together, and she starts telling him about her flashback. I don't know if you remember, but when you dropped me at the house that night, it was very late. Too late. You knew my parents would be waiting up for me. We'd had such a great time. I didn't care. And you were right. They were waiting up for me. As soon as I got in the door, they began to yell and curse me. They made me so angry that I told them we'd been sleeping together. It just slipped out. My mother slapped me. That was the first time she'd ever hit me. I couldn't believe it. I ran out of the house into the woods as fast and as far as I could run. I was crying. I wanted to punish them. I decided to hide out all night. I'd get them so worried that they'd be sorry for what they did. The woods were cold and damp from the rain. I found a dry spot under a rotted oak tree, and I guess I fell asleep. She paused to take a deep breath. Derek said nothing. All I can remember next is being startled out of sleep by the sound of footsteps. I was sure it was my father, so I hid behind the tree and listened for him. But the footsteps just stopped. The woods were dark. I couldn't see anything. I got scared. Her voice rose, intensifying as she relived the vivid memory. Then I heard a crackling noise behind me. I turned around and, oh God, standing there was this hideous-looking man, so grotesque he was almost inhuman. He had a knife and he started to slash away at me again and again. A shudder ran through her. I was so hysterical. I don't know how I was even able to think, but I kicked the knife out of his hand and ran and ran and ran. But he was right behind me. He was big, but so fast I couldn't shake him. He caught me and pulled me down. I was screaming, but who could hear me out there in that wilderness? Then, oh God, he dragged me by the hair along the ground. The branches and rocks ripped my skin. My arms were raw and burning. I was kicking and yelling. But then, I don't know, I blacked out. I just don't know what happened after that. Her voice broke on a low sob, and Derek stroked her hair very gently. A bird cawed somewhere in the dark of the night. It's all right. You're all right. She controlled herself, breathing deeply again. When I woke up, I was in my own bed. My parents have never said a word about it, ever. They act as if the whole thing never happened, but it did. And even though I just wanted to forget, I can't. I'll never forget that horrible face. Never. It did sound like a romance novel a little bit, didn't it? It did sound a little bit like a romance novel. And he grabbed me and he pulled me down. Oh my God. Big Crack Rock is getting excited. All right, Sam, take care. Thanks for hanging out. Should I watch the original Phantasm or the original Friday the 13th tonight? Flip a coin. They're both great. You can't go wrong with either. Hey, John McCullough, how are you doing? That snippet of Jaws the Revenge already surpassed the Dollar Tree Shark movie. They're so sexy. Keith needs a Marlboro. How many X's does it get? Oh man, this is like a really hardcore romance novel here. He lies in wait, patiently, quietly, ready to strike. As darkness settles over the forest, the victims enter his lair, and one by one, they die. Oh, this book was from the Bookworm, Columbus, Ohio. And somebody named Marie signed the inside of it. Anybody familiar with the Bookworm in Columbus, Ohio? I've never even looked at this part of the book before. Yeah, the Bookworm. Cool. $1982. I have met Lana Quigley, Matt. Yes, I met Lana Quigley. It's been a while, but she was nice. She told me a story. I mean, you have to. She was dressed very kind of, I don't want to say scantily, but anyway, I don't know why, but she started telling me about how she was recently sawing down trees with a chainsaw it was either her front yard or her mother's front yard. And I mean, she's tiny. She's like very, very tiny. And she was wearing lingerie, basically. And I just remember thinking, like, I couldn't imagine. I pictured her all like 5'3" of her in lingerie, chainsawing down a tree. And I've not been able to get that image out of my head ever since. So cheers. The Trash Stash. How's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. So what's everybody's plans for the rest of Friday? Act like you didn't hear that. What's everybody's plans for the rest of Saturday? You guys going to watch any movies? What you going to do? Horror Gang, how's it going? I love her in Graduation Day. Linnea, yeah. I actually rewatched Night of the Demons last night with the lovely Linnea. Doing pretty good. Just got off work from my new job. Going to chill out and draw soon. Very cool. What are you going to be drawing? What kind of art you going to be working on? Got to finish setting up your graveyard tomorrow. Exhausted from decorating for Halloween. Where are you guys getting your decorations? I went to Walmart the other day to look through their Halloween stuff, and there's just nothing. And I keep telling myself like it's early, like it's early, but really it's not. I mean, it's going to be Halloween it's going to be October next week. I mean, come on. I even saw somebody posted on Twitter a photo of their Walmart, and they already had their Christmas stuff out, like full on Christmas stuff. Checking out the games from yet another McKay's trip. Oh, cool, Gibbs. Very cool. Maybe you can talk about what games you purchased on the next episode of Region Free. Oh. You're going to draw a Norm Macdonald piece. Very nice. I like that. Probably track down some McNuggets. Nice. Oh, cool. You're going to watch the 1941 Wolfman, Nico. Very cool. Might pop in Fulci for Fake. Huh? I've heard it isn't that great, but the cover is screaming at me and I have to watch it eventually. Fulci for Fake. I've never heard of that movie. Fake. What the heck? First biopic about Lucio Fulci with never before seen footage, photos, and interviews. Huh. That's cool. I may have to look into that. Oh, it's available on Tubi. Very nice. Severin released it. Stop it. We just miss you on the show, Gibbs. We just miss you on the show, man. Yeah, no, R.I.P. Norm Macdonald. You got to get some of that Count Chocula, Blueberry, or Frankenberry. I've never been a huge fan of any of those, to be honest. I guess Blueberry would be my favorite, but I was never a fan of really any of the Halloween cereals. I don't know. Maybe I'll give them another chance this year. I don't know. We'll see. The Val documentary is very good, Sam Crow. You should check it out. He does talk. Well, there's a lot of behind the scenes footage from that he shot while making the Island of Dr. Moreau. I remember him talking about it. I don't remember him going too in depth on it though. But there is a good portion of that documentary about the Island of Dr. Moreau. And that is a good documentary. If anybody's not seen Val, you should check it out. Yeah, I've been watching some Norm stuff too, Keith. I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch too, the Trash Stash. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is good. Good cereal. Very good cereal. Let's talk about cereals for a second. What are your all's favorite cereals? I've been on a big Fruit Loops kick lately. And not just any Fruit Loops, but Fruit Loops with marshmallows. So, yeah. Cinnamon Toast Crunch goes great with coffee. Shredded wheat buried in sugar. I actually saw this bot show up on somebody else's stream a couple of days ago. So that's just a bot that's showing up on streams. Peanut Butter Crunch. Yes. Good. Good cereal. Yeah. R.I.P. Melvin Van Peebles. Yes. Yes. Frosted Flakes. Never been a big fan of Frosted Flakes. Not really a big fan of Lucky Charms. I think I got some of that Captain Crunch last year, Keith, that turns the milk green. Special K or Raisin Bran. Ugh. Frosted Flakes and sliced bananas. That probably is good. I remember back in school, like if you rode the bus, you were there super early, so you had time to go in the cafeteria to get breakfast. And when they had like the cereal days, they gave you the little plastic bowl that you just peel off the top of it, and it's got cereal. I remember watching people cut up bananas and putting them in the cereal and just going like, what are these freaks doing? Bananas in cereal? Or like some people would get they'd put chocolate milk in their cereal. I'd just be like, oh. Now I like Cocoa Krispies that eventually turn your milk into chocolate milk, but I don't want chocolate milk. People are weird. Corn Pops is good. I like Corn Pops. Oh, cereal with orange juice. Oh, oh, I can't. No, 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 no. Not cool. Not cool at all. By the way, everything in my T Public store is on sale. So if you are in the mood for a cool horror shirt, long sleeve tee, hoodie, go check out my T Public store. Everything has been marked down by 38 cents. So go check that out. I just posted the link in the chat. I've put bananas in Rice Krispies. I mean, now as an adult, that sounds fine. But as a kid, I remember just like watching people cut up the banana and put it in their cereal and just being like, what? That just made no sense to me at all. I thought, oh, these people are freaks. When my stomach is growling, 2 bowls of grape nuts does the trick. And yes, buried in sugar. I like cereal either in the morning, of course, or at night. And I also love cereal like on a very cold morning. I don't know why, but I like the kind of cereals that you can get really big spoonfuls of, like Rice Krispies or the Rice Krispies is a good one because you can get really big spoonfuls of Rice Krispies. So yeah, I don't know. Cereal's such a weird thing, isn't it? Such a weird creation. I wonder who created. Let's see, who created cereal? Let's see. James Caleb Jackson, the first cold breakfast cereal, granola, not the same as granola, was invented in the United States in 1863 by James Caleb Jackson. Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Jackson. That was, wow. Cereal. And really, when you think about it, 1863, cereal's not, I mean, it's, yeah. I was going to say it's not that old, but it's old. Warm milk and cereal, no. A guy that spent a lot of time in a mental asylum, I believe, made cereal. Cereal as an ice cream topping. Yeah, you could do that. Was oatmeal around before cereal? Good question. So cereal was 1863. Oatmeal. Well, humans have been eating oatmeal for breakfast for thousands of years. It's impossible to know who invented it. It's been around for a long time. I bet the Native Americans were the first to eat oatmeal. They were the first to do a lot of things. What about grits? Grits has got to be a newer creation. Playing Dead by Daylight is Pinhead. Oh, cool. Yeah, I heard that they added Pinhead to Dead by Daylight. I love it when cereal boxes come with toys at the bottom. Do they still put toys in cereal boxes? Because they're not in any of the cereal that I buy, but I buy like Rice Krispies and Fruit Loops and stuff like that. That should be a Pinhead and a Chatterer. Yes, that's right. I never got into that game though. I tried it. I just couldn't get into it. Getting movies in cereal boxes. Really? Bill and Ted's Excellent Cereal and Urkelos was all my cousin had in his cabinet. Urkelos. I seem to vaguely remember Urkelos. And that's right. Now they've got the scan codes on the boxes. That's right. Yeah. No toy, but you can scan, do the little whatever it is. And yeah. Do I think we'll ever get a clear Bigfoot picture? No. I don't think Bigfoot is a real thing. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is good cereal. That's for sure. Very, very good cereal. I set up my graveyard today. I have to finish it tomorrow. It takes about 18 hours total. Wow. Geez. I know you go all out, Dave. How long does it take you to take it down at the end after Halloween? Explain Ron Perlman? You want me to explain Ron Perlman's existence? Pizzelle, will they find life on other planets in the next 50 years? Huh. I'm going to say yes. Oh, I get what you're saying now, Big Crack Rock. Yeah. So you think Ron Perlman is, okay, I get it. You think he's like the missing link? The Bigfoot from Night of the Demon versus Harry from Harry and the Hendersons. My money's on Harry from Harry and the Hendersons. I can tell he's got a mean streak. He's got a real mean streak. What'd you get from McDonald's, Matt? The community for Dead by Daylight is insufferable. Yeah, I don't know. I tried it. It just kind of, I don't know. I didn't get into it. Plus, I was busy playing a lot of Friday the 13th game at that time too. So now that's what I want at the bottom of my cereal box is the Fu Manchu Freddy fingers. That's what I want. My cat's meowing. What's wrong, baby? What's wrong? Come here. Come here. My cat's feeling I'm not paying enough attention to the cat right now. So she's like, hey, what are you doing? Come here. Come on. Hey, I'm the Ice Lord. How are you doing? You got a double quarter pounder meal, Matt? Nice. McDonald's tasted better when it was the pink sludge instead of the real chicken crap. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. I'm the Ice Lord. This is the first solo stream I've done in a while. So thought I'd jump on for a little while since it was Saturday night and, hang out and shoot the bull and all that good stuff since I've not done one of these solo in a while. No Halloween themed sitcom episodes that I try to watch this time of year. I used to like watching like the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episodes, but yeah. Gotta love that pink sludge. I know you gotta love that pink sludge, man. That pink sludge is good stuff. Play some bass. Hold on a minute. Let me grab it. I can't plug it in. I'll have to just do acoustic. I can't plug it in or I'll wake up Jeremy and he'll come down here and he won't be happy. So he'll be like, trying to sleep, Justin. Or he'd say, turn it down, trying to sleep. October, 50 horror movies in 31 days, including my top 20 Vincent Price movies. Yeah, I've got a lot planned for this month. Jeremy and I are going to keep doing the countdown to Halloween watch-alongs. We're going to do, of course, our Halloween live commentary or our Halloween live stream, which we're going to do that on because Halloween is on a Sunday. So we're probably going to do that on Saturday the 30th. And we'll both be in costume. We'll hang out for a while, shoot the bull. Got some cool stuff to give away. So has Jeremy seen any of the old Jeopardy skits from SNL? No, but those are so funny. Those are so funny. With who was the dude that did Sean Connery, and of course Norm Macdonald doing Burt Reynolds. Oh my God. Will Ferrell is Trebek. Yes. Loved Sean Connery. Good day, Trebek. We meet again. Daryl Hammond, yes. Daryl Hammond as Trebek. Bass has an ASMR vibe going on without the amp. You play a little guitar from time to time, Gabriella? I've got a couple of guitars, just regular 6-string guitars, but all I do with those, palm muting and power chords. That's all you need to know. Palm muting and power chords. You can't really palm mute. Well, you can palm mute with a bass. You don't hear anything unless it's plugged in. When it's plugged in, you can palm mute it and hit the power chords on the bass, and it sounds pretty good. But that's what a palm mute sounds like. It's not, just sounds like a click. No, Jeremy does not like to stay up late. Jeremy does not like to stay up late. You can drop to a bass. Yep, you can drop to a bass. Jeremy likes to be in bed 8 p.m. sharp. I've not heard anything new from B Movie Mike in a while. I may watch The Greasy Strangler tonight. Oh my God. Greasy Strangler. That's another one that, the only review for that movie is wow. Oh, Tori's back. You can't really do power chords on a bass and drop D like you can on a regular guitar, though. You can do, you can do the most common bass power chord is something like this. I don't know if I can show it, but I mean, it's basically a regular power chord, but you're using the top 3 strings. What is the Greasy Strangler? That's a good question. What is the Greasy Strangler? The Greasy Strangler is a movie that is pretty disgusting. It goes from being pretty funny to really disgusting. Well, it's equal parts funny and disgusting, put it that way. And just completely crazy. It's a wacky, insane movie. Definitely not for everybody. So I would not recommend greasing your dog Scratch. That is inhumane. Oh, goodness gracious. We've been going for almost 2.5 hours. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night there, but I really want to thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. It's been a lot of fun, and I appreciate it. So let me do some shout outs here before we call it a night. Barnabas Collins, thank you for the $5 super chat, my friend. You've probably been asked many times, but do you use a certain app to track your owned movies? I use my movies, but always looking for other ways. I do not. I do not use any kind of app to track my movies. If anybody in the chat does use an app that you can recommend to Barnabas, please do so. But thank you for that super chat, man. I appreciate it. Let's do some shout outs here. Shout out to why is that like that? Oh geez. For some reason YouTube didn't keep a track of the other super chats, but I know Chris from Germany sent a super chat, so thank you for that. I really appreciate that. And somebody else sent a super chat, but YouTube did not keep count of it. That sucks. And of course, Barnabas. Thank you, Barnabas, for the $5 super chat. That is very kind of you. If you've not dropped a like on tonight's stream, please do so. I would certainly appreciate that. We're up to 90 likes so far, so thank you all. It's been a lot of fun. Let me do some more shout outs here. Thank you, Sting of the Scorpion 78, for hanging out over on Twitch. Thank you, Tori, Eddie Wind, Nico, Magic Pumpkin 3, Gabriella, Campfire Stories, Matt, Eric Perry, my buddy Dan Shine, Total Meltdown, Joe Cool, Matt, FACD 183, JS, David Vines. Let's see, Brian Miller, Joe Cool, play Bucky's theme. Bucky needed a theme. I am the Ice Lord, Captain Halloween, Horror Gang, Anthony Jordan, Jose Sanchez, Dr. Shankster, Ross Jordan, The Trash Stash, Matt Cheshire. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday night, a great rest of your weekend. Take care, and we'll see you again in the very, very near future. Peace.